Conqueror's Haki Corner. It's the boy Serge. It's the boy Rooks.
Hi.
And we're back again bringing you another One Piece manga chapter review 917.
The treasure ship of provisions, man.
Yeah.
Ooh, what an exciting chapter.
5-star.
Yeah, hell yeah.
5-star.
Oh yeah.
We had a lot of stuff going on. A couple of new introductions, but classic behaviours, which we love to see.
Yep.
Before we get into it, smash the subscribe button.
Smash the subscribe
I
button,
don't understand. Come on, what are you waiting for? Smash the subscribe.
Thumbs up from the beginning. Hit that like button because this chapter was the bang bang. The bang bang. Like, you need to hit that thumbs up, man. Awesome chapter.
Yeah.
After a week, came back strong. We're gonna go into. There's so much I felt to discuss in this chapter. We're gonna rally them off.
Let's go.
10 points.
Let's go.
So first and least, Bellamy front cover. How do you guys feel?
Okay. You've had your views.
Yes,
In
I
the live
have.
reaction, which we'll see, but which you've already seen. I think it's a good thing. I mean, I didn't like him, and I liked when Luffy punched him
Still
twice.
don't like him.
But it's a good move to start repairing repairing bridges. Let's call it that, because he's making an irreparable flag, and they are in dire need of a fixed flag because their ship is in bits at the moment.
That's true, and if I put my distaste towards Bellamy for the side, yeah, considering his history with Luffy, at some point in the future, I do expect him to come through for him big. Maybe perhaps the biggest of the Grand Fleet.
Yeah.
But yeah, and you know what? That's a big statement, but it's true because
Luffy came through for him.
yeah. And that's what people are. That's what you're changing your nature because of what Luffy does for you.
100%. But it's Bellamy, so let's move on.
Let's
man.
go. Let's go.
Second point, another brief point. Oda sets this chapter off brilliantly by just showing you two different sides to Wano. You got the people of Wano suffering with strong pride as they're Wano people. They shouldn't cry. It's just like a poverty-stricken land, and then they show you the harvest,
Paradise.
the paradise land where they're growing all the food, and it just kind of sets the tone for this whole chapter, and it's part of the build-up in terms of outlining how this arc's going to be and what it's really about liberation.
And the classes, the classism that they've got there, the rich and the poor, the segregation they have.
The bullying, the black market. It came across like black market selling behind closed doors to me before they took the rations out. Underpaying people. It's like slavery, man. It's like modern day slavery in a poor country. And he does a brilliant job of setting the tone.
They can't do nothing like hostages. And they mention that.
Alright. Third point. We are introduced to a new headliner, Speed, the horse mile user. And what would you think about Speed?
She's quick. First of all, we know that.
That's what we can expect.
Although we did have the
There's the other one. There was the other fast smile user.
Yeah.
But I expect her to be a powerful kicker.
Yeah.
You understand? And just to be very fast and to be useful, someone that rides other people into battle. Pretty face, ugly smile, man.
She's a charmer. So Sanji must have something to do with this.
Yes, and she's coming into town, so they set the scene to build up of like this whole part in this macro town is just becoming a real mess real fast.
It's setting up pieces for the war. Like, there's going to be a fight, and how much fights are going to be breaking up?
But constantly, man.
Continuous.
Crazy. And the next thing we jump forward to point number 4, where we've got Luffy, Zoro, and Akiku confronting Hold'em and his boys about kidnapping Otama. And there is a reference to the Atama Yama thieves. They believe that because Luffy Toro and Zoro Juro are causing trouble, they surely must be one of these thieves that are known for robbing the Kaido pirates of their provisions. So, what's important to take from that potentially is allies.
Enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Enemy of my enemy is my friend. And I would say it's a little bit of foreshadow. The fact that they're thieves and the fact that we haven't seen them in a while, where do you think Nami's chilling?
With the thieves.
With the thieves, because what the hell is she? The cat burglar. Just a reach, but that's just... I'm going to put out on a limb. I think that's what we can expect them already building relations and stealing, and they're going to come to... Again, they're people that have been put into the plot that will come to help Luffy and the crew at some point, whether it's thieving or whether they have a run in first
But
and form some
you
kind of
gotta remember
alliance.
that if there are people going against Kaido, they're already a part of this revolution, so to speak. So they're going to be fighting for the people. If they're stealing food for the people. It's like a Robin Hood kind of situation.
100%, man. And so it's like the heroes, man. It's almost like in Skypiea, where they had those other people that they were fighting for that came to become their allies, or in Dressrosa with Kiros, they were the other people fighting and they became their allies.
True.
So when it comes to the big battles, I expect them to have someone strong
Definitely.
and in some way or another, or even like Tots.
Yeah.
Like the Tots,
Yeah.
you know, like that's what I expect these Atamayama thieves to be. They may not be super powerful, but I expect them to be strong, because for them to be able to live on the Wano Island, not get caught, and to successfully steal, they have to probably have some insane observational haki
They must have some ninja skills going
and
on.
abilities.
You know they got ninjas in Wano.
100%. And there's a constant history in Japanese folklore of the rivalry and the constant battle and struggle between samurais and ninjas.
Jeez.
Possibly, let's see.
Let's go.
But now we're on to the big boy things. Yeah? We're in the big boy. Those were the first intros. Big boy things.
Big boy.
This town falls under the jurisdiction of Jack the Calamity. Jack the Drought.
Down.
You know, we have a brilliant thing where Kiku warns Zoro and Luffy, can't go too crazy here, because if you mess with Hold'em, Jack, who backs him, will come and he will just wreck everyone.
And
He'll
destroy
wreck
the
the
town.
people.
Wreck the town.
Good bit where Luffy and Zoro are like, when he knocked into the sea, isn't he the guy that destroys Zoro? They have a recap, so they're aware of who it is. They've heard, they haven't seen him, but it's just created a negative sentiment already. So Luffy's like, this place is basically just slaves, man. And from this point in the chapter, Luffy's fury starts to manifest in his face, man.
He becomes to be resentful. And his character right now, he's on tipping point.
He's
He
getting
don't care.
emotionally invested in
Very.
At a very early point.
It's crazy though.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, Whole Cake was a smash and grab. He ain't planning to run.
He's not running.
It ain't that kind of arc, man. And it's just, speaking of smash and grab, the tactic is, they're like, we need to just smash and grab Otama. Because they take Okiku as well, as the first sacrifice. They plan to hold him hostage. Luffy and Zoro are not having it at all. Then we kind of deviate a little bit away, and this is a big point I want to talk about. Hawkins is in town, cannot get through to hold him, and he's run into a guy that's wearing a basket for a helmet, but he's carrying that familiar sword.
Trafalgar Law.
Trafalgar D Law. Don't ever forget he's a D. And if I could just quote what my man says, this is where it gets epic, man.
The will is strong.
The will is strong. We're lucky that Wano is an isolated country when news isn't reported. He knows who we are, so I need to get rid of him. That's assassin talk, man.
And the confidence.
And the confidence.
Hawkins out here winning.
So we got potential. Law versus Hawkins now.
Jeez.
And in terms of get rid of him, let's think about it. Sounds too good to kill him at this point because we need all the rookies to clash. Room. Shambles.
Put him somewhere where he doesn't.
Put him somewhere where he cannot cause us a problem here.
Makes sense.
Let's replace it. This is very unique. Oda knows what he's doing. That's his ability.
And how much has Law developed since he's been away?
Well, Hawkins looks at him, not recognizing Law, but senses the strength. So the level of aura he must be emitting, he just is recognized as a really strong foe. And I fully expect them to have some kind of clash and then for Law to just get rid of him from the scene. Because right now there's too many headliners in one spot. Although we're going to get to it, headliners are no match. So, the part where you see my reaction, if you did watch the live reaction, yeah, I've been saying this for a hot minute, yeah. I am not shy to stand on put myself out in the open. You don't want to criticize me, but there's no way on God's green earth that Zoro is not going to have Conqueror's Haki in this series. And I would go as far as saying I don't think he'll be the only one of the Straw Hats, but he's a must. And what I've been getting annoyed at is that it just hasn't happened yet. There's been so many teasers. Teased us in Punk Hazard. They even teased us in Shibodi before that. People, even Urashima's talking about his presence this arc. Like, there's a lot with Zoro and conquerors. But man, how did you guys feel when Holden is threatening to kill Okiku, take them as hostages, do damage to Otama, and bam, Kya, come. They've snatched her, and we have a perfect panel.
Side by side.
Side by side, with the same kind of speech, with the kind of zigzags, you know, that kind of thing when people emit some kind of aura, and what it does to Hold'em's face. Now, Hold'em is strong, but imagine double dosage of Conquerors, man. Who can handle that? Like, what do you guys feel, man? Like, this is getting too emotional for me, man. Oh, just spell it out. Put it out there, man. I mean, we know it. We know it. Just do it for once. What
It's
do you guys
a year
think,
of
man?
the sword.
Yeah. So it's about time for Zoro to shine, you know?
Hurting my
Samurais
feelings, man.
are
Like,
in
you
town.
gotta do it. But I'm excited at the same time because it looks like it's happening.
Yeah, no doubt. No
What do you
doubt.
think, man?
Well, we haven't really seen much of Zoro for a long while. He hasn't really done... I can't say he hasn't done that much, but he hasn't been in the limelight, I could say. He dealt with Pika.
Like with ease. Well, everyone in the New World's gonna scrub to Zoro, man. But I always thought there'd be a bigger moment. But if they're already kind of admitting it and not spelling it out, man, it's like, damn. Right?
No, that means that this is not the time and the place for it.
Yeah, but what is this?
It's just
What is this?
the
I'm
hints.
looking at the panel.
The
This
hints.
ain't a hint. This is something's happened.
Come
And
on,
we know
Lola.
Luffy uses it, and this is identical. Tell me,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah.
after I finish, you know, we have a rule. We don't watch no other reviews. We're fans. We like other people, you know, but we don't watch other reviews until we've done our own for the purpose of originality. After this, I'm going to be watching everyone's. I want to hear what you guys are saying, man. But if you want Zoro to have Conquerors Haki,
What do you guys think?
just hit
man?
the thumbs up,
Zoro,
man.
Let us
Hit
know
the
in the
thumbs
comments
up.
below as well.
Thumbs up.
Let us
Come
know
on.
what you think
Zoro
of this.
for Conquerors, come on.
Alright, man. Then we have nice little bit of epic action number 9. It's a Komainu that's brought the food into the village, and obviously they've used the Komainu. Komainu seem to be friends with Strong Cats, these lion dogs, and they steal back Otama, smashing the Kamajuro's teeth. They take back Okiku, and they steal the food, man.
Everything.
Some Robin Hood-ish
It's a
going
clean
on,
slate.
man. Clean slate. And we go to number 10, big moment, which just sets the scene for next week,
It's a
man.
clean slate until
Man, he takes back Otama. Is your cheek alright? Yeah, I'm alright. He just used pliers and the Fury and Luffy and what happens afterwards.
throbbing temple. Plies. He dropped Otama. Did a 360. Launched his hand back up. And he hit him with a
Red.
KO.
one count.
KO. I smell Jack coming into the picture very soon.
When the drought comes in, who's facing the drought?
I think they'll both face the drought, man, at first. But when it comes to the final battles, I think it'll be Zoro. But then we never know. We don't know what the other calamities use.
Zoro needs to face the drought first. I don't like this 2-on-1. I want to see these 1-on-1 fights. I think this is if they got the whole crew, they're going against Kaido.
Yeah, this
These
ain't
one-
Sanji,
This
bro.
ain't.
No,
Don't do that.
I don't care. I'm
Don't do
saying
that, man. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Sanji,
Don't do that, man. Don't
Say
do that.
Sanji.
Don't do that.
Zoro ain't gonna have it.
I know.
Zoro's not gonna let Luffy in his year, the year of the sword.
Don't do it.
Let someone steal the shine. That was supposed to be the year of the chef, and you got your friend coming in there beating up the sweet commanders. You know all that. Nah. Zoro ain't having that. This ain't Sanji. Yeah, I said it. I'm disrespecting right now.
But remember, Zoro did say if he saw any less of his captain, he would have to take him out himself, right? So he means business when he wants to do something.
But guys, what did you guys think of this chapter? If you rated it a 5-star, or if you rated it any star, just give it a thumbs up, man. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We enjoy having you. To all you who have already subscribed, thank you every single time. It's a pleasure. And just like you, we are excited for next week.
Definitely.
No doubt.
A lot of fights coming out next week. Hope you're looking forward to it. But from Conquerors Haki Corner, it's our time again.
Peace out.